Welcome to Learning Reaper. I'm your host, X.E.L. Today we'll actually be learning how to make a Drake 21 Savage type beat inside of Reaper. Let's go. All right, so here we are in Reaper, and this is the piece theme. I actually modified it so it looks like I have all this dark stuff on here. All right, so I'm gonna use this Repo Head Orchestra, and I'm gonna use this Suitcase Dreams as the second sound on here. So what I'm gonna do is set up 8-bar loop. I'm gonna set the tempo to 155, and I wanna add a MIDI item. I have a shortcut here that I created for my MIDI items to make it a little easier for me to make them. If you wanted to make one, you could just hold down Control, and you see that pencil tool, you could just draw it in. Another way to do it, go into Insert, and then New MIDI item, and it'll put that MIDI item in there as well. I'm gonna double click on here, put this on a key. So I want it to be A sharp natural minor. So A will start here. So if you double click, you can add a note in here. And if you drag the end of it, you'll see this little icon, so you'll be able to drag it. I'm just gonna duplicate this across. And right now I'm only gonna do a 4-bar just so I can set everything up. The key to these type of beats is you wanna have a lot of tension. So tension notes are usually ones that are right next to each other. So now I'm just gonna choose ones that are kind of close to each other, like these two. So let's go put one here. Let's go up. And we're just gonna duplicate this over. Just make it as simple as I possibly can so you guys can follow along. And pull this up. Add one more note to kind of make it like a chord. I mean, you can put it pretty much any one of these. I'm gonna leave it here at the top. And just give it a little repetitiveness. And then we wanna kind of go up just so we can give it a little bit more tension. So let's do that over. Real simple trap type beat, and it doesn't take that long to actually do. So I'm gonna duplicate this over so that we can actually have it for the 8 bars. So I'm gonna move this over, and I wanna change the bass note. So what I'll do is go down to one of the tension notes so that we can add some more tension to the track. Right? So see these two would be perfect. So let's go here. Let's bring this one down a little further. So these have that tension to them as well as these notes playing on top, and this is what you get. All right, so then I can delete this one. Let's just drag this one down. So this will give it a little bit more filling. All right, so now we have that down. Let's actually add the 808. All right, and you know we going with the Smash Kit, so I'm gonna use the Smash Kit here. So in Reaper, I have mine set up to if I double click it, it will add the sound straight to the resample-matic. So I'm just gonna change the velocity on here, and I wanna change where my 808 starts. So I'm gonna change this to 3 instead of it being on 1. You can do this reattune on here. And what this will do is let you know if your 808 is in tune. It looks really close. So I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, I'm just gonna add in that 808 down here. Double click on it to bring up the piano roll. And what's cool about Reaper is it gives you that option to see your other tracks, your ghost notes. So if you click on the little eyeball, you'll be able to see your ghost notes in the tracks itself. All right, so I'm gonna bring these down an octave. All right, so I'm just gonna do a legato to these so they'll all be the same, or be able to stretch out the 808s. And what I wanna do is go into the resample-matic, and I wanna hit it on this button here that says obey note offs. So basically it'll cut itself when those 808s play. And this is what the 808s sound like now. All right, so we have that out of the way. Let's add some drums. All right, so now I have the hi-hats in here. So what I want to do is go in, I'm gonna change this to 1/8, just so that I can just have a constant hi-hat across. And let's turn off this key snap, because I don't need it, not for the drums. So in order to do this, I want to hold down Control and then hit Alt, and you see it changes that icon to like a paintbrush. And now I can just drag this across. And I want to change this back to 1/16, add a couple of like double hits on here as well. So let's say on this third one, I want to actually have a cut in there. I can click here where that line would be, and this hit S on the keyboard, and it'll actually slice that area itself. So if I move it, now I have a slice there in that little area. So another way to do this is to hold down Shift and go to S on your keyboard. And what this does is going to change the icon. So this will actually slice wherever you are hovering your mouse. And that is Shift and S. I want to put one here, and one here. Put one there. I even like that little pause at the end there. All right, and let's put in a snare. All right, and we can just duplicate these over just to make it simple. All right, so we've added the hi-hat, and this is my hi-hat from my Smash Kit. So if you want to get the Smash Kit, it is available inside of my Discord. You can just go there, download it for free. So I have my snare from there as well, which is the X snare bigger. And this is what it sounds like right now. So I just laid down some kicks. This is what it sounds like all together. All right, so what I'm gonna do is add a bus for the sound, these three sounds here, have them all linked together. I'm gonna use this RIA pitch, and this will allow me to actually change the pitch of these samples in here. All right, so what I want to do, I'm going to convert these to waves. So if you right click on the track itself, render, freeze tracks. So I'm going to render it out. Let's create a stereo for it and do this one as well. And we're going to do one for the 808. And what this does, it allows the other files to just kind of still be there. So you still have your MIDI if you want the MIDI on there. All right, I'm just going to highlight these and cut off this endpoint, hit S on the keyboard, delete those. So now we have the wave files and we can actually manipulate it using this RIA pitch, which makes it pretty dope. So I can manipulate the audio and stop worrying about the VSTs using up CPU. All right, so I like the format shift, so I'm gonna shift it up to the 6. I like the way that sounds on it. All right, so now what I want to do is highlight these 3 here, right? These wave files, and I'm going to bounce them. So let's go to render. All right, so what I want to do is make sure that I do turn off the effects for the master because I don't want them. So the effects are disabled on the master right now, and I just want to render this out. And I want to make sure this add rendered item to new track in the project is actually selected. And then you just hit render. All right, and as you see, I have it rendered out down here. So I can turn back on my master effects. All right, so what's really cool about Reaper is that I know people like to do that 40 effect where he does the underwater kind of effect to the sound. Let me show you how to do that in Reaper. So I have this selected here. Let's go to File. Then you want to go to Batch File Item Converter. Click on that. And then you want to do is Add. And then you want to go to Add Selected Media Item. See that I have that one selected. I can click on that. And now, as you see, it has that untitled one that I have in here. And it's going to go to a folder. So you can choose what folder you want it to go to by going here, or you can just open the folder up with this open option. And I'm going to do it by the date and the source. So the sample rate, you can change this. You could do like 1,000. Let's do that. Let's hear how that sounds. So this will give it that nice little underwater effect, and then you just hit convert and it tells you when it's done. And you gotta just go back to that folder wherever it is. So you can hit open here and find it, but I know where I actually put it. So close out of that. And I have mine's in new stuff and convert it. So this is the one I just converted right here. And now you have that nice little 40 underwater effect for the track. I'm just going to drop it on here. So that's how you would do that in Reaper. All right, so what I'm going to do is actually mix it down, lay it out, and I'll show you the final results. Be right back. Let me show you what I did. So in the intro, I have it to where it's doing the underwater sound or the filtered out sound, like 40 usually has it. Then I come in with the drums and the whole sample. I added a crash or a cymbal in here just so I can do a little transitions when it's going into different parts. And then I have like a little breakdown. I have where just the underwater and the snare and the hi-hat are playing. And I have it where it breaks down into each part. So it's the bass, then just the sound, 2 sounds together. So I'll let you hear it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. All right, and there you have it. A Drake and 21 Savage type beat inside of Reaper. So if you guys did enjoy this content, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing to the channel. And thank you guys for stopping by. And I will see you on the next time in Learning Reaper. Peace. Hey you, yes you. YouTube wants you to watch this video next, man. Go ahead and click it. I'll wait. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm not gonna keep waiting here. All right, I will see you in the next video though. Peace.